Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I just want to reach out to all of you and see how all of you are doing. Yeah, you and you. I see you. How are all of you doing? I hope all of you are doing great. I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere. And today it was like 30 in my area, so cold out there for my butt. But anyway, also I want to check and see if you're taking good care of yourself, not just you. Make sure you're taking care of your loved ones, whoever they are, whether they're your husband or wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, or the little animals or your kids, you know. Make sure you're kind to everybody, or even the people out in the public, you know. And it says in the Bible, love your enemies. You don't have to hang out with them, but you love them, kill them with kindness. So anyway, before I get started on this part I want to let you know, if this is the first time you've watched my YouTube channel, I want to let you know that this is going to be my spiritual awakening part 4. So if you did not, and I repeat, if you did not watch part 1, 2, and 3, you really will want to watch part 1, 2, and 3 before you watch part 4. Because you'll be in the dark if you just start watching part 4. So stop the video, or pause it and go watch part 1, part 2, and 3, and then come back and check this video out to continue what is going on. So this is a good part of the reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, or I do want to write a book on some things. I just haven't figured out how to write a book and where to start. I got so much going on in my brain. As you can see when you hear this story, this is a true story. And I would like to, have it written, out there, a book on this. I would like the whole story, though, really. I can't tell you the whole story right now. I have to take parts out to let you know ahead of time. But everything I'm telling you is truthful. I am not making up any lies. I'm not adding extra stuff to this story. This is exactly, as crazy as it all sounds, exactly what was going on, how I felt, what was I thinking, what was going on before and after and during and all this stuff. So anyway, before I get started again, please like this video, and you could share this video, and also you could subscribe. Some of you might not know this if you're new to YouTube, because that's what happened to me. Is I thought subscribing meant that I had to pay lots of money, and no, you do not have to pay any money. So it is free of charge. And by subscribing, that means it will go on your device. And don't forget the little bell. Ding, ding, ding. I wish I had one here. And, so that way you can get notified. That way you'll know the next video that comes out. So that way you won't lose me on YouTube. So anyway, now I'm going to continue where I left off on part 3. And I'm going to backtrack like I do with all the videos a little bit. So on part 4 of my spiritual awakening is on part 3 I ended where I'm in my bathtub in my new apartment, which is, man, if you could have seen it, it was really colorful. And as my place, you see these guys back here, I had in that very small apartment, maybe less, I had probably less, but I had lots of different mannequin heads. So in here, it's pretty unique in here. Most of the time anybody comes in here, they're like, wow. Everybody responds differently in here. It's always a shock to the brain. And so anyway, I was in a new apartment, and my son-in-law, not my son-in-law, he wasn't there, but my grandson was probably eating pizza while my daughter came in the bathroom, and I was in the bathtub. Whoops! Hey, I was naked. Yes, I was in the bathtub without my clothes on. So anyway, now I feel kind of naked. But anyway, I was in my bathtub taking a bubble bath, and then I decided to smoke a bowl. So yeah, I was high. Really, I didn't smoke like for more than a week, so this is my first high. And boy, did I get high. I got stoned off my butt. And now I was trying to get my daughter to get high because that was the only way she was going to understand. I had to get her to my frequency to understand what I was going through, because something inside my brain wanted me to do stuff. And like I felt like something was controlling me and telling me stuff to do. So anyway, I was really stoned, and in my apartment, I told my family to be very quiet because I just moved in this apartment. I didn't want any problems. I just came from a place that I had a lot of problems with my other, the tenant that used to live in that place, the other neighbor, I didn't want any problems. My apartment was too small for me. I felt cramped up. Now I got my daughter there, and I got my grandson there, and I'm freaking out because I felt cramped up. I love my daughter, I love my grandson, but I went and took a bath because I needed time out. And I always treat my grandson good, but I needed to chill out, relax, calm down. I had a day. We already had a day going on. I had a week going on. I was just a lot going on. Now I get my daughter in the bathtub. She was not in the bathtub with me, but she came in the bathroom with me. And now I got her smoking some pot with me. My grandson did not see this. He was in the other room. He had no clue that we were in there smoking. He didn't know nothing about it. So he's eating pizza. He's old enough. He's not a little baby. So anyway, he's out there eating, his food in his own world, and my daughter's in there. And so I'm waiting for the pot to, for her to get high. And I don't know how many days it was that she didn't smoke, So now we're both high. And I was telling her to smoke it, in a different voice. It wasn't my voice, and I was really loud. And my daughter didn't know how to take me because she thought I was acting, because I'm a clown. I act out a lot of funny, goofy stuff. I've been like that my whole life, especially when I'm around little kids, or even my daughter and son, the way they are at their age now. They're in their 30s, so it's funny. I'm the class clown. What can I say? They said, like my daughter said over this weekend, if I wasn't like that, I wouldn't be me. That's who I am. So anyway, I was telling her to smoke, and she did. And so now the pot is, she's starting to get high. And for some reason, I wanted my grandson because I knew he was super smart. The things that I learned at his house. And I was like, wow, he is so super smart, So that was in 2017, so he's going to be 13 now. I don't know what age he would have been. I don't have my calculator. I could do that on paper, but I can't do that stuff in my mind. So however old he was at this time. So anyway, I wanted, for some reason, something in my mind was saying, I wanted to see what would happen if my grandson would get stoned. And so, did we do this? Did we actually get my grandson to get stoned? So I told my daughter, I'm like, I couldn't believe that, this was happening. I was there, I was aware of what was going on. That's why I can tell you this story. But I'm like, I really want to see Austin, take a hit. And my daughter's like, no, Mom, you're not, like my daughter thought I was joking. She didn't know what was wrong with me, why I wanted my grandson to smoke pot at his age. They say under 7, that they're really intelligent, kids can be. And I don't know how old he was because I can't do the math in my head. But anyway, so my daughter refused. She was such a good mom. I give her credit, because I'm trying to tell her what to do. And I was, trying to almost make her do this. I never act like this in real life, stoned or not stoned, but something was happening to me. That hospital triggered me to be like this, whatever was going on. So anyway, I still don't know what happened. And that's why I need to tell this story, is to let people know, there's a lot of people that go through strange things in life. And so there's a force out there. So anyway, My daughter refused. So some of it I did black out a little bit. So somehow or another, I managed to, finish my bath. My daughter more than likely got out of the bathroom. I don't know what was going on. So some of it I did black out. I do not remember leaving my bathroom, but I do remember entering in my bedroom, and I shut the door. I don't even know if I had a robe in there, if I had a towel on me. My grandson's in the house. I don't remember anything about him at all for the rest of the night. So I don't even remember seeing him the rest of the night at this point. So anyway, I go in my bedroom. So I'm butt naked, of course, in my room. And a lot of freaking weird stuff was going on. Yepper. So, at that time, I did not actually have a bed. When I lived in the other place, I didn't have the money to go buy a brand new bed, so I had an air mattress. So, a lot of weird, interesting things were happening in my bedroom, but my daughter had no clue. So my daughter and my grandson's in the other room. I don't know what they're doing because I'm in my bedroom. And so, interestingly, now I'm in my room, butt naked, and I knew, this is going to be weird when I say this, but I knew in my mind that there was a UFO right above my apartment where I was living. Interesting. Yep. And so I could see them. I knew in my mind there was a huge UFO above my apartment, and I also knew they did not look like aliens. They looked like people. I could see them. I could see that they were watching me as I was in my apartment, and the UFO was right above my apartment. Crazy, right? That's what I thought. So anyway, a little note about my life is I have always been a submissive from a kid. Kind of weird stuff. I don't really know how to say this, but when I was a kid, I had somebody that always thought they were my master. And then I've been in relationships where I was the sub and I had a dominant male. And so I've always been a submissive female. And now I'm in my bedroom, and somehow or another, something in my mind space was telling me to do stuff. I'm serious. I'm like, I was being told, and they wanted me to obey and right away. So in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, that's what you want me to do. And so I did, and it was kind of weird. I had a hula hoop. I had hula hoops, and like in this place, I do have hula hoops. I made artwork with them, cool things that I made. So anyway, I had hula hoop that was laying on my bedroom floor. Not that I actually know how to use one of those things, like some people do. I didn't buy them to actually use a hula hoop to wiggle around and stuff, to keep them floating in the air, however they do that. But anyway, I had one. And whatever, the aliens, or higher beings, I didn't know what to call them. I didn't even know what was going on at that point. But I call them higher beings. They look like people, like these guys back here. They actually looked like human beings, but they're, this is another story there. That's another video. So anyway, I was being told what to do. And kind of goofy. I would have never, I'm a crazy chick anyway, period. Like I go out to a beach, nude. I wouldn't even care. So I'm not ashamed of going outside being naked. So anyway, the thing is that they wanted me to go. It was step-by-step directions. I had to go, get inside the hula hoop. So the hula hoop was already laying down on my floor the way I left it before I ended up going in the hospital. And so anyway, it was laying on the floor. So I said, go inside the hula hoop. So I did. Here I am, butt naked, nothing on. I'm like, all right. And it's like, all right, pick up the hula hoop. All right, I picked up the hula hoop. And then it's like they wanted me to actually use it. Like, you know. So here I am in my bedroom. My daughter, you know, I don't know what she's doing. She's probably hungry at this point, you know, because it was getting late. And the kittens, you know, she had to babysit the kittens. There was 2 kittens destroying my apartment. Toys everywhere in my place. So anyway, they're doing their thing. I'm in my bedroom being told what to do. And so I'm sitting there, you know, like something's telling me every day, one step at a time. And then after the hula hoop, I don't know why, like I said, I had a air mattress in my room. Then they told me to pick up my air mattress and flip it over for some reason. You know, and I already had all my blankets on my bed. I never went through this being stoned in my life. So something tapped into me, you know, like something was triggering me to do all these weird things. And I'm like, okay, you know, like, and I did everything too, you know, like right away, you know, like, and I went to a church too that actually was teaching about obeying right away and all that. So I went through 7 years of that. So this is all like 3 different things of always obeying and submitting and right away. So that has been my whole life, is always to obey, submit, and do it right away. So, and that's what I was doing. And they were testing to see how well I could hear what they were seeing, how well, like I felt like I was being really tested. That, you know, like something out there, you know, the UFO, they were telling me exactly what to do. And I was obeying to every single thing, exactly what they wanted me to do. And after a while, I don't know what happened. I was doing different stuff, laying in my bed, doing weird stuff in my room, naked. I would have never done this. So they told me, you know, parts of it I did black out a little bit. Somehow or another, I ended up leaving my bedroom. My grandson and my daughter's out there. Here I am butt naked, didn't have no clothes on. I don't even remember. See, this is the part that I blacked out on. I don't remember this part. But my daughter, you know, didn't know what the heck was going on with me. Here she sees her mom coming out of her bedroom butt naked. She knows that her mother would never, 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 never do this, you know. So here I am butt naked. You know, now you're probably wondering, I'm being funny. So anyway, here I am butt naked out of my bedroom, and it was just a little hallway, and the bathroom was on the right, and the kitchen would be there, and further on would have been my living room and the door. So my daughter's like, Ma, you know, like she got me, it was trying to get me back in the room. So she did. She got me back in the room. You know, here I am butt naked, and now my daughter is trying to help me out, and they were actually, the UFO and the aliens or higher beings up above my apartment is telling me how to trick her. So it was so crazy. My daughter was trying to get me to get my clothes on. She's seen that I had leopard pajamas on that were in my room somewhere, and you know, they might have been on the bed or, you know, somewhere in that space. And so she's like trying to help me get my clothes on. You know, she didn't want her son to see her, you know, his grandmother butt naked. So and then I kept on tricking her because they told me what to do with her. You know, like, so I was stopping her. You know, so it was a back and forth, back and forth. Some of it I did black out on, and the part that I do have to leave out, I'll just say a little bit, is what they were telling me to do. I couldn't believe the stuff I was doing. I would have never done these things normally, and I never did this being high. So it wasn't really the pot, but the pot did heightened everything. You know, it definitely heightened stuff. So so anyway, I was like kissing my daughter. And that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm gonna say any more, but it got really intense on that part. And then I kept on they wanted me to tell her, I love you. So every time that she tried to stop me, I'm like, I love you. And then it would trigger her. So we both were stoned. So, like I don't know what planet she was on, and she didn't know what the heck was going on with me. Now, around this time is around where I blocked out again. There's things I don't remember because later on she did tell me certain things that I did that I didn't remember doing. I don't remember. So at this point, I had no top on, but somehow or another she did finally get my jamma bottoms on. So these are brown and black spotted leopard pants. Here I am, topless. My grandson at this point, I don't remember this is where I blocked out, is that the neighbors where I lived heard me saying stuff out loud because I was loud. I want her to, when I was in the bathroom with her, I demanded her to smoke that pot, and I said, I don't care about what the other people at this place, and I said it loud. I was like, I was very loud. My voice changed in everything. I was no longer Starlight anymore. I was some other person. Something else was definitely going on. So my daughter, somehow or another, the neighbors came knocking on my door, wondering what the heck is going on, seeing if what's going on in my apartment. They were really curious to what the heck is going on here because they were hearing all this noise and all this crazy stuff, and I didn't want any of this to happen, And so anyway, my daughter got my grandson to have the neighbors to watch my grandson. And she, without me knowing, like I said in the beginning of, at her apartment, or her house, we did get the 911 number in the morning, besides other numbers. And she ended up calling 911, to call for the police department. That's what it's like in our area in the United States and the New York State areas. If you need to get a hold of emergency care, is to call 911. So it is weird that we did get that number in the morning. And my daughter didn't know what was going on with me. She was scared out of her mind. It messed her up. It really did for, even today. What happened. It really did. It really messed everything up with her in her life because of what happened to me. And like I said, I was very aware that there was a UFO above my apartment telling me what to do. And they were watching me. I seen them watching me above my apartment. Lots of them. Not just one or two people. They look like people. They didn't look like aliens or like the little green guy back here. Didn't look like those. They just looked like people dressed with clothes. And anyway, now I'm in my living room without a top. Oh, this is a part that I forgot. I have to backtrack a little bit. So they got my grandson out of my apartment. When I actually did come into the living room and I didn't see my grandson, I don't even know where he was, is that long time ago my brother said this is all an illusion, all this is an illusion, this is not real, even though that feels real, even though that sounds real, even if you're cold, it feels real, even if you're hot, it feels real, that this is all an illusion. And so at this point, because I'm stoned and something's, like the UFO and the aliens or the higher beings are telling me exactly what they want me to do, is when I got out of my bedroom, I was butt naked. Maybe she did get the jammas bottoms on. I went right, I had a big, huge window that goes out to the walkway to, because that's how you walk. You had to walk on this metal, like a metal rail thing or whatever, a walk area. Outside of this window would have been the way that you walk. So if I went out of the window, I wouldn't have landed on the ground. I would have landed on the walk space to get in my apartment because I was on the second floor with all these apartments lined up. So anyway, when I got out of my room, I was trying to figure out this thing about how this is all an illusion. So what I did, it was really weird. I had all this artwork all over the place in my, beautiful, all this stuff all over the place. I worked so hard at doing all this stuff. And when I got out of my bedroom, I just charged right towards the window, which was really big, a really big window, just a whole big window. I ripped down the curtain that was up there. I had a big, huge curtain so nobody could see. So I ripped that right down. And I was trying to break the illusion that this is not reality, because I was trying to figure this out for freaking years. My brother said this a long time ago, that this is all not real. And, you know, I've been trying to figure this out for all that time. And for some reason, when I got out here, I didn't have my top on. Maybe I was butt naked for all I know. I can't remember. But I do remember that because I ended up hurting my leg, I ended up walking right straight through some of my artwork and stuff, knocking things over, and I went right to the glass, and I thought I could, boom, just go right out of that glass. Really did. I really thought that I could, boom, pop right out, like, you know, like that was not real, like I could just walk right through, just like, and I just, boom, I hit right into the glass, into the window. Well, now I knocked the whole black curtain down, or whatever. It was a made-up curtain that I made. Knocked that all down. Now, you know, like the neighbors are wondering what the heck is going on in my apartment. So I didn't know, because I'm like, wow, you know, something's telling me to do all this stuff. I am just determined that this is an illusion. I'm going to break through this glass. This glass is not really here. And I'm going to be able to, boom, pop right through it with like nothing, like a ghost. And so I did. I actually just tried to, boom, like, and I don't know why I did this, because something was not quite functioning right at this point. And now I got neighbors that never even met me, you know, because I've only been there 18 days at this point. They're outside looking in my apartment, watching this freak show. You know, they wanted to help me, but they loved seeing me naked. So there's guys outside that was like, wow, you know, they liked seeing me naked. And a lot of the neighbors, I'm telling you, I woke the whole freaking neighborhood up. You know, so my daughter called 911, and here I am. I'm trying to get through this glass. I banged my leg. Now I got 2 scars on both sides of my leg now that are matched right. You know, it's funny how that happened. And I didn't really care about all that. I just, boom. And I just kept on trying to do that, trying to break through the illusion that this wasn't real. Tripping stuff, I'll tell you. And so anyway, somehow or another, my daughter did get me to stop doing that, or I realized that, why did I just go out the door? I don't know what happened, you know, like what was going on in my mind, why I just was determined to get through that glass. Yeah, I didn't hurt myself, only my leg, because it hit something that was there in front of the window. And so now what I remembered is I'm on my floor. My daughter already called 911, so she's just waiting. She's messed up. She don't know what the heck. She's scared out of her mind because her mom's acting all weird. And, you know, at first she thought I was acting, and now she's like, oh, no, she's not acting. There's something wrong with my mom. So she was scared. And so I'm on the floor, and she did get my jamma bottoms on, and here I'm on the floor, sitting on the floor, and I remember there was a kitten, and I was playing around with the kitten. And then, you know, I didn't have my top on. She was trying to get me dressed because she didn't want the police officers to see her mom naked. You know, so I'm sorry, the light is so anyway, the police officers are almost at my upstairs, because I was on the 2nd floor. And so anyway, she's trying to get me ready because they're going to bring her mommy to the hospital. And so anyway, she did get, I got a jamma top, which it's funny. It said something, oh, the wildest dreams is what it said on my jamma top, with the bottoms that match. It's kind of funny. So that's what the jamma top said, is the wildest dreams, with leopard pants that went with it. It was a matching jamma top and bottom. So I don't even know what she put on me for shoes. So she's getting me dressed, and the cops, they come, and they're really freaking checking my place out. I'm telling you, my place was decked out. It was really real. It was really small and very colorful. Sorry about the light. So anyway, can't believe that is happening. Anyway, is that now is that there we go. Is now, that's what happened, is now the cops are coming in my apartment, checking all the weird artwork I have in my place. And, they're seeing me on the floor, and my daughter's trying to get me dressed. So now the officers, I have a thing for officers, so I'm like, wow, look at these guys. Because I was out there. I really was. I was like, wow. And so they were trying to help me to get out of my apartment. So 2 officers were in my apartment, and they were helping me to get out outside to get me to get to the ambulance or whatever. And when I got out of my apartment door, wow, the whole parking lot, all, like, I swear, if there was anybody that was living in this apartment building, everybody was outside of their apartment building. I really woke everybody up. There was people, these tenants all over wondering what the heck is going on with this chick. And, like I said, they really wanted to see me because I was half naked and all this stuff. And so now I have 2 police officers on each side of me, and they had to bring me down on the metal walkway and bring me down 2 flights of stairs. So I remember this. This is the stuff I'm remembering. So I'm outside. I'm like, wow, there's an ambulance. There's police cars all over. The whole parking lot it was dark out, late out at night. My landlord, I seen him before we even came in the apartment. It was weird. So I don't even know if he was still there at the point. He didn't even know me really. I only was there 18 days in this apartment. And so now I got all these tenants outside, all my, the other people, they're all over downstairs. I don't even know if there was a fire department out there. I don't even know how many ambulances were out there, how many police officers were out there, police cars. It was on, and here I'm thinking the UFOs above that. So anyway, I'm like, they're helping me. So they got me down the walkway. Now they're going to bring me down this flight of stairs to get down to the first floor, where the ground was and stuff. And every so many steps, once they got me to the stairs, something happened where it got me to decide I'm going down the stairs. And they're like, for some reason, I wanted to turn around to see what was behind me. So when I did, I looked up the stairs and I looked at where my apartment was, and I am so sorry about this light. So anyway, I looked up it's because the sun is coming in. I looked up at my apartment, and I looked at my apartment door, and I'm like, oh my! Somebody broke in my apartment, and the officers were confused because I'm the one that did all that destruction up in my apartment because, the door was wide open and my window, the curtain was not there anymore. So anyway, I couldn't believe how it looked like somebody broke in my apartment, and I was like devastated. I'm like, who would ever, break in my apartment, and so then, the officers didn't know. They thought I was on some drug, and my daughter's like, no, the only thing she did was smoke marijuana. But they didn't believe her. They actually thought I was on some kind of loony drug somewhere, or some kind of drug. And my daughter's like, no, she never does that stuff. She only smokes pot. And so they didn't believe her. And so then somehow or another, the police officers got my attention to turn back around, because now I'm going back down the stairs. And so they got me down a couple steps. And again, something got me to turn back around. And then I would look up at my apartment door and seeing that the curtain was out. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe this. Somebody broke in my apartment. And I did this on and off all the way down, so it took forever for the police officers to get me down to the police car. Sorry about the light. Anyway, so now they finally get me down to the ground, and where the parking lot is. And now they walk me into the police car, and this is where I have to cut now because I'm getting almost my time. So now I'm just going to let you know that I did get in a police car. Now I'm in the back seat of the police officer's car. So that's where I'm going to end this now. And I am sorry that light keeps on shining in and going out and stuff. I don't know. So I am so sorry. I can't control that, and I don't want to ruin this video. So anyway, I will continue this story, tripping story. And, you know, like if you had any kind of weird experience like this, you know, like please send me a message on Instagram. You know, that would be great to let me know, like, if you've had any weird kind of story like this yourself. And, you know, like to message me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. And please like this video because I got so much more about with aliens and stuff that I will have another video on another time. And it will be a different background. You know, like I'll make that interesting. I got plenty to play with here. So anyway, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also you could share this out to wherever you want. I won't charge you anything. And like I said in the beginning, if you didn't catch that, is subscribing doesn't cost you anything. You could subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss anything of this crazy story. It gets funkier as I go. I don't know how many parts it's going to have. It's got a, you know, it's a long story. I can't do it all in one shot. So I'm trying to get them at least 40 minutes right now. So thank you for being so patient with me, and I am so sorry. You know, the sun is coming in my, that's what's happening. It's nothing to do with the lights that I have here. It's just that the sun is, it's at 6 p.m. here. So anyway, I hope that you enjoy this crazy story, and I hope you're doing really good, taking good care of yourself, and make sure you're being kind to others and your children, and don't forget about your furry friends and the not so furry friends. So I will catch up the next time. It will be part 5. So make sure, you know, you don't miss a thing with these because it will mess up the whole story. You won't be able to understand what the heck and where, you know, just like a movie, you know, it's got all these parts. So stay tuned. It gets even better. It gets crazier too. This is a true thing that really happened. Like I said, I do not make up stuff. I can't create this stuff on my own. And, you know, maybe you got some insight to really what the heck was going on with me. I don't believe I was on any kind of medications at this time when this was going on. I did not do any other drugs. Like I did just recently have a video of being careful of crack and crack and LSD. I was not on any of that. This was just straight marijuana. I didn't even smoke cigarettes. I was not on alcohol. It just plain pot. I already knew who actually grew the pot, you know, like who, you know, I knew where it came from. So just to let you know, that's my, that's all I could tell you there on that. And it was the same pot I was smoking before. So anyway, this is Starlight. I love you all. And like this video. I will, it will take me a little bit before I get back to the rest of this. And I'm just teasing you. And anyway, this is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.